They fight against new runways. They occupy trees to protect them against lignite excavators. And take public transport from New York to Rio to put pressure on politicians attending the Rio+20 conference. Because they say, we must end the destruction of our planet. If you don't act, we will. They have friends in every country. Together, they hope to do it.
To save the world, the Facebook generation wants no less. Just what 180 heads of government wanted too back in 1992. That was at the legendary UN Conference on Environment and Development in Rio de Janeiro. Today, 20 years on, the spirit of Rio has long since dissipated. At the anniversary conference Rio+20, many heads of government simply didn't bother to turn up. Chancellor Angela Merkel among them. Wait for the politicians? Spend another 20 years just looking on? Do nothing? No way, say the world saviors 3.0.
Muss nur noch kurz die Welt retten.
Would you do this trip again?
With you?
Of course with me. Who else?
Yeah, do it again. From New York down to here? Yeah, for sure. I'll do it again.
New York? It all started in Africa.
What brought Annabelle and Dave here? It all began 867 days ago at a bus stop somewhere in South America. Anna always does things the hard way, says her mother, so no one was surprised when she bought a couple of bicycles and said, Dave and I are going to Africa by bike. 12 countries, 12,000 kilometers. This journey was to change everything. Wonderful people, dream landscapes, but serious problems. Deforestation, exploitation, desertification, water shortages, climate change. For Anna and Dave, the journey ended with this one big question. The trip turned Annabelle, a Belgian lawyer fluent in 5 languages, and Dave, an American sociologist and Simpsons fan, into environmental activists with deep gut feelings of rage.
When Dave and I were in our angry environmentalist phase, we all have met environmentalists like this. And you shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't eat this, and how can you do this, you're a monster, blah, blah, blah. So let's stop judging each other. Let's just see what we can do on our personal level and see how those changes make us happier.
Are you satisfied?
Back in New York, this is where Anna and Dave live. Simply preaching won't help their rage and helplessness, they know. They have to do something themselves, not wait for other people. They resigned their jobs, collected their savings together, and continued their journey. They decided to go to the place where the bigwigs would be talking about the future of our planet, to Rio de Janeiro, the World Summit Rio+20. How do you go 26,915 kilometers from New York to Rio? Let's try bus and train. Wherever Tamsin is, things get exciting. The British press know this and don't let her out of their sight. Lady Tamsin is the darling of the tabloids. The passionate, aristocratic environmentalist is always good for a headline. The press love her. And she's only in her mid-20s. Tamsin lives in London. She studied at Cambridge, and for a long time she wanted to be a priest. London's air is filthy. Every year, 1,600 people die as a result of air pollution. A new traffic concept is needed. Cycle tracks, for example. Cycling in London to date has been something for those who are tired of life. Tamsin, a passionate cyclist herself, has an idea. She wants to block Westminster Bridge, one of London's busiest Thames crossings. That should be enough to attract attention. After all, it's all about particulates, CO2, and all the other fumes that are unhealthy for us and the climate.
I think that my generation and the generations that follow me have a unique, not even once in a lifetime or once in a generation, but a once in a species opportunity to start actually caring about their environment and caring about future generations. And we also have a challenge, because if we don't, then we're going to be in such serious trouble by the time that we are middle-aged. No, I don't find my phone.
Tamsin invited all her 2,305 friends to occupy the bridge. Will they really come? Main thing, it stops raining.
Hi Tamsin, good luck with your action today.
The rain just stopped down here. We hope you have the same luck back in London.
This is Timo, and this is going to be a people's party in the Hambach forest in North Rhine-Westphalia. All legal. The authorities have been notified. Sanitary facilities provided, as is Ort. It'll start this afternoon. As for what hasn't been notified and approved, Timo's keeping strictly mum. Timo comes from Osnabrück. He loves the Rhineland. He studied theology and wants an end to coal mining. This is the biggest hole in Europe, the Hambach open-cast mine in the west of Germany. You could bury most of Paris here. It's 85 million square meters in area. The power company RWE wants to extract lignite from here until 2040. More than 5,000 people's homes will be bulldozed. This forest is 12,000 years old, ancient oaks and rare small-leafed lime. Just a few meters from the excavators. Yesterday evening, they hid platforms here. The idea is to hoist them into the trees. And then the lads hope to clamber up to them themselves. As long as they are up there, the trees can't be felled. It's a good feeling to resist. Hey, really cool. From now on, the trees are inhabited.
It's now been 3 weeks and a lot has happened in the woodland squat. An infrastructure is being built up on the ground and in the treetops. Up here, the platforms have grown and a few rope bridges are being installed. We're reckoning on an excitingly hot summer.
Hello Timo, thank you so much for saving the forests for the rest of us.
We both have a lot of admiration for hardcore activists like you guys. Thank you.
Oh, you put your...
Annabelle and Dave have made it. They've arrived on time for the United Nations Rio +20. Thousands of young people have come to Rio. For them, it's not a matter of day-to-day politics. It's about the sellout of our future. Infinite growth on a finite planet is simply impossible. Half of all the people on the planet are under 35. They want their say. They don't want to discuss problems for decades. They want solutions. They want change.
I'm just keeping repeating myself here, but it's just really, we have the power. Is that what I want to end on?
That's what you want to end
on? Yeah.
But first, to the beach. After 27,000 kilometers, the pair have deserved it.